Taking a flag on a daily versus the hourly, you gotta look at the volume and momentum. That's how you determine it. Stocks with enormous volume versus normal. That's how you decide. Then you gotta see, you know, how hot is the sector, etc., etc. Has to be something special to trade it on the 60-minute. Has to be something special. Can't do it on a random piece of shit name. A boomer name. Oh yeah, PPSI, it's gonna go to 20. PPSI 20, EVGO 30, conservative price targets. For those of you, you know, asking what methodology I use CANSLIM T. If you've read the William O'Neill books, you know what CANSLIM is. It's current earnings, current quarterly earnings, annual earnings. It has to be something new, a new product, new management. Wait, what does S stand for? I forgot what S stands for. L stands for, yeah, sales, exactly. Wait, what does L stand for? Oh, leader. I stands for supply. You know what? I don't care what the first whatever. I don't remember what they stand for, but the CANSLIM T. The T stands for thumb. That was my point. Let's go. You know what, guys? What BBBY reminds me of? AMC. This is a highly shorted stock, you know, beaten down over many months. It's down like, I don't know, 60-70% over the past few quarters. Had high volume, traded several times its float past week. And do you know what reminds me of? AMC late last year. Looks exactly the same. At high volume, traded several times its float, broke the flag, and went up, you know, 500%. Not that I'm saying BBBY will do that. It's probably not, but you know, it has potential. And you know what Lucid reminds me of? It reminds me of AMC in May last year. Huge volume coming in. It trades like, you know, traded many times its float. Etc, etc, etc. You're starting to get my point. It looks exactly like AMC did in May last year. Oh no, sorry, May earlier this year. I'm using AMC as my blueprint for everything. If you haven't noticed. Yeah, guys, I'm really telling you, in this type of market condition, when you have a lockout rally, you know, look, if you don't have imagination, you're not gonna have, you know, explosive returns. You need like I tweeted like last week or whenever it was. You sell stuff a few days, a few weeks too early in this type of market environment. You know, you're gonna retire 10 years later. Well, let's put it this way. Your financial goals will come true 10 years earlier if you just have some imagination. That's the type of market we're in. The second you think you're smarter than a 10 or the 20 day, that's when you're doomed for mediocrity. Trust me. I talk from experience. Guys, you should always trust the guy on the internet who puts his thumb up his ass to get price targets for stocks. You should always trust a guy like that. I'm thinking about buying Rivian as a value play, undervalued value stock for my long-term portfolio. I'm thinking about putting like some Berkshire Hathaway and some Rivian in there. Get some diversification going. I mean, just like a conservative value stock. What to do? There is no earnings on Lucid. They're gonna report zero in revenue. Zero in revenue. And they already reported the amount of like pre-orders. We already know the amount of pre-orders. So I don't think there's gonna be much to report. Maybe they'll update the guidance a little bit, but look, like it's gonna be good. Like they had a lot of pre-orders. There's huge demand for these premium EVs right now. So much demand that not enough supply. So I wouldn't worry about Lucid earnings because there's not going to be any earnings. At least I don't think there's going to be any surprise. Oh yeah, EVGO, let's go. The volume didn't lie. Let's see if it can get to 30 by next week. Whew, what an intense 45 minutes it's been. Man, I got filled on half tan. I should have started buying it earlier. Oh, I started buying it high 96s. This thing bounced perfectly off the 20-day and oh. So I had to complement with PBW. This wasn't up as much. I don't know why this thing is lagging today, because if you look at from the early October lows to the highs 3 days ago, TAN and PBW had exactly the same move and that they have the same ADR, but PBW is lagging a little bit today, so I thought I was gonna get it on the cheap instead of chasing TAN. And then I got some of these crazies. PPSI had a huge move 3 days ago on enormous volume, hot sector, EV charging stations. EVGO, the same thing. This thing traded 3 times its float in 3 days. PPSI traded 3 times its float. No, wait, 10? 30 times its float in 1 day? Wait, holy shit, that's insane. Yeah, I know. I just can't buy more. I have so many things right now. 12. And Polestar. I sold this Ivan. I had a tiny position. This thing was really weak. I was hoping it would be the next QS. It could still be. I hope some of you with smaller accounts got this newer. I was looking at it, but it's just too thin for me. Gapped up over a, multi-year range, big volume, biggest volume, green volume day in many, many years. And the big guidance higher. Big acceleration. Oh well, I think I missed this plug. There were so many others I got into instead. Whatever. I was really hoping for another few days of sideways. Yeah, ASAN. Oh man, this thing is so strong. This thing is so strong. It's actually getting some... the dollar volume is pretty, you know, a lot higher than it was down here in the 80s. It may even get interesting for me eventually.